Ibiza, London, New York, Miami, all in 1 week. So today is officially my last day in Ibiza. We leave tomorrow morning around, honestly, I think we leave in the morning. Yeah, our flight's around noon. I've been here for 2.5 weeks, and when coming into this trip, I was like, wow, 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks in Ibiza, like that is an insanely long time. But I feel like it literally just went by in a snap. I am very, very ready to get back to work though, but I'm between if I go straight into my usual like working all day routine, or if I maybe take 1 or 2 days to slowly ease myself back into that routine. Because I think I was listening to a podcast with Tim Ferriss, and he said how whenever he takes trips away from work, etc., when he returns, he likes to ease back into it because it's a big jump for your body, for your mind, to go from not doing much work to just pushing yourself straight into the work, doing work all day. So our first flight was delayed, and now we are in London, and we have officially missed our second flight. And we're seeing what we can do if we'll get rebooked onto another flight for tonight or have to fly out tomorrow. So not really sure what we're doing yet, but as of right now, we are stuck in London. So it is currently 6:55 p.m. and we are officially stuck in London for the next 24 hours. Our flight out is at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Just got into the hotel and do not really have a plan for today. It was a very unexpected trip, but here we are. I'm gonna go get some food. Oh, so little room tour. Very nice, not too shabby room. Have a nice couch, a nice bathroom. Not too shabby. Okay, so there were no flights from New York to Miami tonight, and I was planning on originally just flying out tomorrow morning, but I was like, since I'm already in New York, my grandma lives here, I haven't seen her in a bit, I'm just gonna see her tomorrow, we're gonna grab dinner. Instead of flying out tomorrow morning, I'm gonna fly out the day after in the morning. So pretty interesting. Ibiza, London, New York, Miami, all in 1 week. Quite a lot of traveling, but I'm very, very excited to get back into the work routine. I feel like I've said this like 100 times now at this point, but similar to what I did in Thailand, I'm thinking about taking like a shorter version of that, but just dedicated to work. Like in Thailand, I focus on work and training, but I'm thinking about doing like 1 or 2 weeks renting a house and just locking in on work, as I had 3 weeks of pretty much vacation. So I feel like that will get me back in a very good position. So I'm gonna look into houses tomorrow or the next day and see if I can arrange something to do that. Alright, but in the meantime, I am like exhausted, so I'm gonna head to bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. So it's about 9:30 and I just got back from hitting the gym and also having dinner with my grandma. And today's the first time in like pretty much literally since Thailand that I hit the bag. Like I just haven't really had access to a Muay Thai or punching bag since Thailand. So it was really nice to have a bag I could hit, as when I was in Thailand, I was literally doing it once or twice a day. And then I just went cold turkey and stopped hitting it completely. So it was nice to get that again. And also just lift, because it's also been a bit since I've lifted. And just physical activity is super crucial for you physically, mentally, everything. So yeah, it was nice to be back in the gym, etc. And I also want to touch on really the importance of not neglecting family, especially when you're pursuing like a business or trying to build something, because it's really easy to get into pretty much a mode where you're so focused on your business that you neglect everything else, including your family. And honestly, like if this was me, if I was in this position a few months ago, where I had the option between either flying back to Florida and falling back into my routine today, or staying the additional day like I did and having dinner with my grandma, I would have chosen to fly back earlier. because I just didn't realize or truly understand the importance of family. Like, I understood it, but I didn't truly prioritize and internalize it. And I've just realized, like, what's the end goal? Like, let's say you reach whatever the goal is, you have a lot of money, you have a lot of cars. How does that change how you spend time with your family? Like, it's not gonna change how I spend my time with my grandma. Like, we're probably gonna go to the same restaurant. So you gotta like enjoy it as is and like still, yes, work towards your things, but don't completely neglect family. Don't completely neglect people that mean a lot to you. Friends, family, relatives, whatever it is. Yes, you shouldn't see them every single day, but you should also make sure that you do spend quality time with them. Because like also with my grandma, like I hate to say this, but like I truly do not know. Like she's very healthy, but like you truly do not know how much more time you have with them. Like you don't know how many more dinners you're gonna have with them. And like the last thing I wanna do is regret not having dinner with her because I prioritized my work. Today was like my first time like actually doing a substantial amount of work since leaving on vacation. So yeah, it's nice. I feel like the first couple days, once you're gone for an extended period of time, is a little bit rockier, falling back to the routine and flow and swing of things. However, I felt myself entering that zone again, and I have no doubt that within 1, 2, 3 days that I'm gonna be back in the full swing of things. I just got back from the gym and honestly it was weird. I lifted very hard. I had a pretty grueling workout, but I felt like it wasn't enough physical activity for me. I felt like I needed to do more, like go for a run or hit a bag, where now in Florida I don't have access to a bag to hit, and I also don't have running shoes. So I may start picking up running again and like not too much, like start a mile at a time, slowly up it to just get extra physical activity, because I found that like I hit the gym yesterday for the first time in a while and it just made me feel so much better, not just yesterday after hitting the gym, but also today. Like I realized by not hitting the gym when I was in Ibiza, I realized how big of an impact it has on me mentally when I do not hit the gym. So I was thinking about cutting down the gym to just 3 times per week, but I'm honestly may reevaluate that just for the mental side of things, as sure it may take up a lot of time, sure it may take time away from my business, but it may just lead to me producing higher quality work as I'm thinking better, doing better, and so on. But besides that, I just want to quickly touch on pretty much just the idea of reflecting and planning and the importance of doing so within your business. And I am by no means good at doing this. Like I have a long ways to go within this quote unquote discipline. But over time and more recently, I've realized the importance of really planning within your business and like stepping back, seeing where you are, seeing where you want to get to, and what you need to do and what you need to implement to get to where you want to be. And this is increasingly more important as you onboard new team members and as you grow your company. Because it's one thing not planning when it's just you within your company. However, once you grow your team, when you have people, teammates working for you, working with you, like they can't be working aimlessly. Like you need to lay down a plan. You need to be like, okay, this is what we are working towards. These are the things we need to implement. These are the things we need to take action on and do. Because I feel like there are periods where you need to be more reflective and planning, and periods where once you have that reflection done, once you have that planning done, then you can enter a period of more execution because you know what needs to get done. However, if right after getting back from vacation, I went straight into execution, I'd pretty much be working aimlessly on like random tasks that come up, random things that I think need to get done, which yes, they do need to get done, but they're not in line with the plan. However, by now stepping back and planning, I'm able to truly see what needs to get done and do it in a calculated manner, which will get us to the end goal much quicker and much more efficiently. In short, plan, reflect, plan, and then work on that plan. There's a very famous quote, which is, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. And it's literally that. You need to have a plan. But yeah, I think I'm just going to do some reading. I have to get a few more things complete before going to bed. And then also I think I'm going to create a list of things I want to learn and consume knowledge on before I go back to school. So I'm just going to create like a list of books, list of videos, list of topics I need to learn about. So I just got a haircut. I thought I'd kind of shine some light into the current state of my main brand while I wait for my third cup of coffee for the day to cool down. So pretty much, I started this brand via dropshipping and not holding any inventory. And then once I started seeing some success, I was like, you know what, let me move our main product into a 3PL, order inventory, improve the product quality, decrease shipping times, and also just save on product costs as I'll be ordering bulk. Now, first inventory run was 2,000 units. I ran out of stock before my second inventory order of 2,000 additional units came in. Now I'm on to my third inventory order, which is initially 4,000 units. But I was just running the numbers and thinking, I was like, 4,000 units is not enough. Like I probably need to increase the amount of units that I'm ordering. And the reason for this is because for my first 2 shipments, they've been shipped via air. Now, for those of you who do not know, you could ship 2 ways, via air, through a plane, or through a boat. Now, a boat takes much, much longer, but is much, much cheaper. A plane, obviously, much, much more expensive, but much, much quicker. So if I can increase the number of units that I'm ordering, then I could ship some of them via the air to make sure that we have enough product to fulfill orders, and the remainder of it through sea to save a shit ton on shipping. Like, I've been spending so much on shipping, but then we have an issue of cash flow where will I be able to have enough cash to continue running advertisements, to continue paying my employees, continue paying for all my other expenses, where all my money is tied up in inventory, which is not a problem that I had to deal with previously, as all I did was drop shipping. Like, I didn't hold inventory, I didn't have to worry about cash flow and all these other things. So, I don't know, I know I need to increase our order from more than just 4,000 units, but I need to decide how much to increase it by. And another thing is that I want to improve product quality even more. So I also don't want to order a lot more units if I'm going to end up improving and changing the product up very shortly. So yeah, I just need to run some numbers, do some calculations, and figure out how much to actually order. I am exhausted. It's only 9 p.m. But pretty much had dinner with my mom, just had a call, catch up with some friends, and I'm about to absolutely knock out. I was gonna talk about some things, but I'm too tired. We'll get to that tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm just gonna read. I'll probably maybe get through a solid 3 pages before I absolutely knock out, but we'll see you guys tomorrow. So I just got back from hitting the gym and also sauna, cold plunge, etc. And I realized that I only have a single month until I'm back at school. So I'm like, I need to really maximize the growth of my business and also myself before I go back to school, as when I'm back at school, there are going to be other commitments that I have, classes, socializing, etc. So I, either today or tomorrow, I want to pretty much create like an ultimate plan and routine to maximize the growth of my business and also myself before I go back to school, implementing things like cold plunge like I did today, sauna, running again, reading routine, other things that will just maximize my growth. So I need to sit down, identify what that is, and pretty much time block it into my routine. I want to kind of create like a weekly time block where each week I know exactly what I'm doing from morning until night. And I think I might start waking up earlier. Like today I woke up at 6:40 and it was so nice and peaceful outside. Like there was literally no noise. Like I just went on the balcony. No, it was nice. It's nice to get an early start to your day because you just feel like you have so much more time in your day. So that's something that I may start doing as well. I have like, I think 6 or 7 or maybe even 8. No, I think I have 7 back-to-back interviews for a new pretty much assistant position. I'm trying to find someone to be like my right hand when it comes to e-commerce things, someone that I can rely on to, like, if I have an idea, I can rely on them to find a way to execute upon it, whether it be by assigning it to other team members and making sure that they're on top of it, or whether it be demos or just taking the responsibility and doing it themselves. So the way I like to do my interviews, at least the first round, is I have a quite unconventional method, I believe. I literally schedule 15-minute blocks back to back to back to back. And the initial call is to pretty much see if, first of all, they're qualified, and second of all, if we vibe. Like I'll do within 15 minutes, I can tell if A, they're good for the position, and B, if we're good for each other. So I'll just go through those calls, 15-minute calls. I'll also record them so I can review them later if I need. And then after those, I get a good idea of who I like, who I don't like, etc. And if needed, I'll have a second round of interviews, probably 30 minutes long, where I actually go more detailed into what the position is, like what they'll be doing, and see if they have the experience and if they're just a good fit overall. So yeah, hopefully we find our guy or girl. your survey response, etc. So I thought it'd be nice to hop on the Well, call number 1's a no-go. Didn't really vibe with him, and call number 2 seems like a no-show. 4 minutes in, and she's still not showing up. So quite unfortunate. But we still got 5 more to go. Just record this meeting before it's over. Guys, this is so unfortunate. I think we literally have our second no-show. Bro, I'm literally getting ghosted by my applicants. Good sign is that previous call, really enjoyed her. She had great experience and I really vibed with her. So she was a fantastic applicant. Hopefully we can find additional applicants as well that are fantastic and that we don't get ghosted by absolutely everyone. Working on a lot of different tasks or initiatives to do your experience and so on.
So maybe definitely want some help, like if we have to crunch a quote to do this.
So I just finished the calls, and first of all, overall they went well. 3 applicants that I really enjoyed and will probably have follow-up calls with. But literally in real time, I felt myself, call after call, slowly get more and more sick and tired. So I think I'm developing a fever, which is not good. I took some meds or some vitamins between some of the calls, but I am not feeling too hot. I am exhausted now, which also might be why I got so exhausted yesterday. Like I was just slowly getting sick without realizing. But now I'm definitely feeling like I'm getting sick, which is not ideal. And it was funny because each call, it'd end, next one would start, and I literally feel myself sicker at the start of the next call than I was at the start of the previous call, and just more tired and my eyes were closing. So that was interesting. 7 back-to-back calls, 2 were no-shows, I believe. 2 or 3. No, I think 2 of them were no-shows. But overall, I feel good. 3 applicants I really thought could do a fantastic job in the position, really help us scale the company and are what we're looking for. So yeah, all there is to do is to review them more holistically and in depth and schedule follow-up calls as needed. But in the meantime, I'm gonna have a nice cup of tea and likely knock out and pray that I wake up feeling good tomorrow. All right, see you guys.